Hey, what's up, guys? So, I wanted to take some time to go over my thoughts about the Game Awards and do a recap of all the things that I thought was interesting that showed up. So, the first thing I want to talk about is The Witcher 4. So, this is coming from PlayStation Universe, and the headline reads, The Witcher 4 revealed an action-packed trailer starring Ciri. The Witcher 4 has finally been revealed with a surprise trailer that premiered during the Game Awards. Perhaps the biggest surprise is the reveal of the protagonist, with beloved character Ciri taking the reins in this new chapter of the franchise. The trailer wasn't gameplay, unfortunately, but it did set up that the franchise hasn't lost any of the action and intensity and narrative that fans expect to see from developer CD Projekt Red. It also confirmed that yes, the game will be indeed titled The Witcher 4, though of course CD Projekt Red could still add a subtitle to it ahead of release. For now, it is officially The Witcher 4. And so yeah, guys, at the Game Awards, the first thing they showed off was The Witcher 4. I remember a lot of people making videos hoping that maybe The Witcher 4 would show up, and for those of you who remember, and I talked about this in one of my recent videos about Jason Schreier when he was interviewed on Kinda Funny, and he said that there was at least 2 games that weren't coming out until at least 2026 or later that was going to make people lose their minds, and this was one of them. When it first showed up, that, you know, in the trailer where it said CD Projekt Red presents, and then it showed Ciri, I mean, obviously it didn't show any gameplay, and this is like a pre-rendered cutscene on, I believe, an unannounced graphics card, so it might be the 5090, and yeah, I mean, the only thing that sucks about this is we're probably not going to get an update on this game for at least a year and a half, maybe even 2 years, because I believe they just started to go into full production on this game earlier this year. And so yeah, guys, I mean, we officially have the reveal for The Witcher 4, and down below, let me know your thoughts on the trailer. Are you excited that it's Ciri? Because we're going to talk about that in the next topic regarding The Witcher 4. And so yeah, moving on to that, actually, I want to talk about the fact that Ciri is going to be the main protagonist of The Witcher 4. So once again, this is coming from PlayStation Universe, and the headline reads, CD Projekt Red says picking Ciri as The Witcher 4 protagonist was the super right choice. Following the reveal of The Witcher 4 at the Game Awards last night, CD Projekt Red has explained why it decided to have the game feature Ciri as the main protagonist over Ciri's veteran Geralt of Rivia. Speaking with IGN, and I'm going to butcher this name, Malgorzata Matrega, executive producer on The Witcher 4, described having Ciri as the main character as the super right choice, having had 3 games with Geralt in the starring role. It was always about her, starting from Saga when you read it in the books. She's an amazing, layered character, and of course, as a protagonist, we said goodbye to Geralt previously, so this is a continuation. I guess for all of us, it's like she was meant to be. That was always her. Meanwhile, the game's director, Sebastian Kalimba, explained that the team are able to explore her character deeper as she's younger than Geralt. Quote, she's actually about to become the Witcher. She's about to actually form her own codex, but on her own terms. The way she actually deals with the monsters, the way she deals with quests, the adventures, it's her own unique way. And also, I think that she gives more room to be able to tell different stories here and there. Of course, we want to give the opportunity for the player to explore more nuance because this is what we do. But she deserves that, unquote. So, yeah, guys, this is, ever since this trailer dropped, for some reason, this has caused a lot of controversy. Now, obviously, the majority of us fans and gamers don't care that Ciri is going to be the main character. It's only a small, loud, but small group of people that are saying, oh, this is woke. CD Projekt Red has ruined this franchise. I mean, the only way, unless you're grifting, and you don't actually believe that, the only way you could actually think that is if you've never played The Witcher, because literally the last entry in the series, The Witcher 3, Ciri is one of the most important characters in the entire story. Obviously, you mainly play as Geralt, but you also play as Ciri a lot. So I don't understand how people can genuinely believe that CD Projekt Red is going woke by having a female protagonist who has been there for years. I think ever since the beginning. I could be wrong. I've only ever played The Witcher 3, but it seems like from the lore, she's always been a main character. So, and I love Ciri from at least The Witcher 3 because that's all I know her from. So I'm actually really excited that Ciri is going to be the main protagonist. I have no problems with female characters as the main lead, as long as it's a well-written character and the actress gives a good performance. As long as she ticks off those two things, I don't care. I don't care what her personal beliefs are. Just as long as they do it the right way, then I don't care. And for anyone else who disagrees with that, you're an idiot. Alright, now the last thing I want to talk about when it comes to CD Projekt Red and The Witcher 4, and this is actually pretty exciting for us fans of Geralt, is the fact that yes, Geralt will be returning in The Witcher 4. So once again, this is coming from PlayStation Universe, and the headline reads, CD Projekt Red confirms Geralt is in The Witcher 4 and Doug Cockle's voice was in the reveal trailer. The Witcher 4 does indeed feature longtime series hero Geralt, and Doug Cockle provided his voice in last night's The Game Awards trailer, CD Projekt Red has confirmed with IGN. Those of you who have been keeping up with our coverage of The Witcher 4 will know that Cockle himself said earlier this year that Geralt was in the game, but recently admitted he got into hot water sharing that info and admitted he wasn't sure if he would be in the title. However, CD Projekt Red has now confirmed that Geralt is in The Witcher 4, but is keeping tight-lipped about his role in the upcoming fantasy RPG. Quote, Geralt will appear in the game, but we don't want to spoil his role precisely. You have to wait to learn more for now, unquote. So yeah, guys, I mean, for that small group of people that don't like women in video games, here you go. Geralt is going to be in The Witcher 4. Now, we don't know what role he's going to play. Obviously, it's going to be a smaller role compared to the previous games because he's not going to be the main character. I don't know if we're going to play as him or if he'll be like a mentor to Ciri throughout the game, or if it's like one cameo mission or something. Who knows? But yeah, I mean, this is exciting because I really do enjoy Geralt as a character, and the fact that he is returning makes me happy. I mean, I never beat The Witcher 3. I got to like the last mission, so I didn't know how the story ended, but it is nice to know that Geralt didn't die, and with the confirmation that he's going to be in The Witcher 4, that just makes me even more excited for The Witcher 4. But what do you guys think down below? Let me know your thoughts on the fact that CD Projekt Red has confirmed that Geralt will be returning in The Witcher 4. Now, moving on to the next topic in the video, I want to talk about Mafia The Old Country. So this is coming from PlayStation Universe, and the headline reads, Mafia The Old Country revealed arrives on PS5 in summer 2025. Mafia The Old Country was fully revealed at the Game Awards, just like Hangar 13 promised it would be earlier this week. What wasn't promised, though, was a release window, with the studio declaring that it'll arrive on PS5 sometime in 2025. Sure, that's definitely not what Mafia fans would have wanted, but if it does arrive then, it'll only have been 2 years between the game's reveal and its launch, so it's not too much of a wait. So yeah, guys, I mean, we have official confirmation that Mafia The Old Country will be releasing sometime in the summer of 2025. And it's also nice to know, because I didn't know this, apparently whenever the game was first revealed and by the time it launches, if it does indeed launch summer of next year, that was only 2 years, so that's really good. I mean, I'm not worried that, oh, maybe they're rushing it, because based off the trailer that was shown at the Game Awards, even though we got like, I think maybe like 2 or 3 seconds of gameplay, I am totally sold on this game. I cannot wait for this game. And so yeah, guys, down below, let me know your thoughts on the fact that Mafia The Old Country is going to be releasing sometime in the summer of 2025. Now, moving on to the next topic in the video, I want to take some time to talk about Elden Ring, because yes, there's more content coming to this game. So once again, this is coming from PlayStation Universe, and the headline reads, From Software unveils Elden Ring Night Reign for PS5 and PS4 is a standalone co-op action game coming in 2025. Elden Ring Night Reign has been announced during the Game Awards, and it's not another DLC, it's a standalone game coming to PS4 and PS5 in 2025. The phrase Night Reign was trademarked in Japan back in early November, although at the time it wasn't known what it was related to. Well, now we know. It's a new Elden Ring Co-op experience, and as mentioned, it's a completely standalone experience. An exact release date was not announced at the show, but it's coming out at some point next year. So yeah, guys, this was the second thing that was revealed at the Game Awards, and I don't think anyone was expecting this, because when the trailer first started, I think a lot of us thought like, oh, is this a new Dark Souls, or is this Elden Ring 2? It is Elden Ring, but it's a standalone co-op game. Now, we're going to talk about this here in a few minutes, but From Software did confirm that it's not going to be a live service game. It's like complete standalone, but it's co-op. I love Elden Ring. I haven't got a chance to even start the DLC, Shadow of the Erd Tree, and there's already way too many games coming out next year, so I already know I'm not going to get a chance to play this for probably a long time. But yeah, I mean, for those of you who are really into co-op games and like multiplayer games and you love Elden Ring, then I mean, you're getting the best of both worlds. And we only have to wait until sometime next year. Now, the next thing I want to talk about when it comes to this standalone co-op game from Software is that they're saying this is not a live service game. So this is coming from PlayStation Universe, and the headline reads, From Software doesn't consider Elden Ring Night Reign a live service game, as it's a complete package out of the box. Speaking during an interview with PC Gamer, Junya Ishizaki, I'm sorry if I butchered that, game director on Elden Ring Night Reign, has said that developer From Software does not consider its latest project a live service title, but rather something that offers the complete package out of the box. Announced during the Game Awards, Elden Ring Night Reign's trailer appeared to feature a number of mechanics that wouldn't look out of place in a live service product, notably its inclusion of circle enclosing the map similar to Battle Royale games, plus the inclusion of hero characters with unique attributes. Not so, says Ishizaki. Quote, with Night Reign, we wanted to have a game that felt like a complete package out of the box on the day of purchase. So everything is unlockable, everything is contained with that purchase. It's not what we consider a live service game. Of course, we're concentrating on the release of Night Reign first and foremost, but we will make considerations after the game's release, especially in the form of post-release updates, balance updates, things like this that we've done with previous games. This will definitely be a priority going forward. For anything else, we're still in the process of thinking about the possibilities. End quote. This is coming straight up from Software that they're saying this is not going to be a live service game. It's going to be a complete, once you buy this game, you're not going to have to wait. I mean, they're saying they're probably going to make expansions or like updates to it, but it's not going to be the traditional like, oh, it's, you know, they're going to have seasons and you got to pay $20 every season and then they're going to stop supporting it. It seems like this is going to be, you know, it's going to have a lot more meat on the bones to say, and this is good news. I personally am not the biggest fan of live service games because usually they're not finished products. They might release the game half finished, and, you know, within 5 years, once the game's fully complete, then people will look back and be, oh, well, now it's a great game, but for the past few years, it was terrible or it was incomplete. You know, so hearing that this expansion or this standalone game is going to be more of a complete package and not a live service game, it's definitely good news to hear. And I'm going to be interested to see what you guys think down below. Let me know your thoughts on the fact that it's been confirmed that Elden Ring Night Reign is not going to be a live service game. It's going to be a complete package out of the box. Now, moving on to the next topic, I want to talk about the Game of the Year award, because obviously that's the final thing they do to close the Game Awards. Some orchestra comes out and they play all the main themes for all the games nominated for Game of the Year, and then they announce who was Game of the Year. And I, for some reason, thought it was definitely going to go to Elden Ring's DLC for some reason. I still can't believe it got nominated. That's mind-blowing. But I cannot believe that Astro Bot, yes, Astro Bot, a platformer, won Game of the Year. Now, me personally, I think this is awesome because it was one of the best games I've played this year. And so I'm going to read this article from PlayStation Universe. Headline reads, Astro Bot takes home the big prize and dominates the Game Awards. The curtain is closed on another year of the Game Awards, and a new batch of winners has been crowned, including, of course, the ultimate prize of Game of the Year. So yeah, guys, not only did Astro Bot win Game of the Year, it also won Best Game Direction. So yeah, I mean, I think that's probably, besides the games that were revealed, this was one of the most exciting things to come out of the Game Awards because, like I said earlier, and I've said this in previous videos talking about Astro Bot, it is the greatest platformer I've ever played. I think it's a phenomenal game, and I think it deserved Game of the Year. I mean, I haven't played every game that has came out this year, but the ones that I have played, Astro Bot was number one. And I'm just glad that it got the recognition it deserves, because I would have thought at best it would have finished like in 4th or 5th place out of all the games that got nominated. And the fact that it won Game of the Year makes me really excited for not only the future of this developer, but also the future of this series. You know, I'm assuming now that the people that made this game are probably going to get a lot more money and a bigger budget to maybe make an even bigger, better Astro Bot, even though I don't know how that's possible. But yeah, guys, down below, let me know your thoughts and what you think on the fact that Astro Bot won Game of the Year. Now, moving on to the next topic, I want to talk about Naughty Dog. Now, before I talk about their new IP, I want to talk about the fact that The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered was officially confirmed to be coming on PC sometime next year. So once again, this is coming from PlayStation Universe, and the headline reads, The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered arrives on PC this coming April 2025. The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered will make its expected arrival on PC on April 3rd, 2025. Developer Naughty Dog revealed during the Game Awards. It's the latest PC announcement for a PlayStation Studios title, making its way over to Steam and the Epic Game Store. This time, the port was worked on by both Iron Galaxy Studio and Nixxes Software along with Naughty Dog, so hopefully it doesn't launch with the myriad of issues the first game did. Whenever Jeff announced, I don't know if he introduced it, but whenever we saw that PlayStation Studios logo and then it said Naughty Dog during the Game Awards, I got so excited, and then it was just the PC announcement of Part 2, which, don't get me wrong, that's cool, and obviously it makes sense because Season 2 of the HBO show is coming out next year, so it makes sense. But yeah, my only concern is that for some reason, Iron Galaxy is going to be involved in this port to PC. Now, for those of you who don't know, Iron Galaxy was the ones that worked with Naughty Dog to port The Last of Us Part 1 to PC, and we all know how much of a disaster that was, so I have no idea why they were allowed to come back to do the port for Part 2. Now, thankfully, Nixxes is involved, and that makes me very confident that it's going to be at least a decent launch. You know, after what Iron Galaxy did to The Last of Us Part 1, I have no faith in that studio. I don't know why they're involved in this, but thankfully, like I said, Nixxes is involved, so it's going to be a good port, hopefully. Now, moving on to the next thing with Naughty Dog, and that's the fact that they revealed their brand new IP at the Game Awards, and that actually was the closer for the show. It was the last announcement. So this is coming from PlayStation Universe, and the headline reads, Naughty Dog revealed its first brand new title in years, a sci-fi game called Intergalactic: The Heretic Prophet. Naughty Dog has finally revealed what it's working on next that's not The Last of Us or Uncharted. It's the first new Naughty Dog game in years, and it's a sci-fi game called Intergalactic: The Heretic Prophet. PlayStation fans can all breathe a collective sigh of relief that we finally heard something from Naughty Dog that wasn't a remake or remaster from an already established franchise, and we can all begin to analyze and wonder what this upcoming title will be. The trailer didn't showcase any gameplay as to be expected from Naughty Dog. It was mostly focused on the characters and narrative, but it did imply that this will be the studio's first melee combat game in years. This is also the game that Neil Druckmann is directing, which adds another layer to the excitement. So yeah, guys, I might have a pretty controversial take when it comes to this game. So the show was almost over, and when Jeff said they have one more announcement, and the way he was setting it up, I was like, okay, please tell me this is Naughty Dog. And then as the trailer started playing and it showed like that red planet, and then it showed the red ship that says Porsche on it, I was like, is this Santa Monica's game? Because we know that Santa Monica is working on a sci-fi new IP, as far as I'm aware. And as the trailer kept playing, when the characters were speaking and it was giving a little bit of lore and dialogue, I was like, I can't believe I'm saying this, guys, but I didn't feel anything. And throughout the whole trailer, it didn't really speak to me. And then when it finally said, you know, from the studio that brought you Crash Bandicoot, Jak and Daxter, Uncharted, The Last of Us, then it showed Naughty Dog's logo, I was like, wow, this is what Naughty Dog's been working on. And yes, it has been confirmed. This game has been in development since 2020. So this game has been worked on for the last 4.5 years. So obviously it's not coming out until the earliest 2026, probably 2027. But yeah, I cannot believe, because for those of you who have watched my content over the past couple years, you would know Naughty Dog is my favorite developer of all time. And because of that, no matter what, and also knowing that this is going to be a single player story driven game, it's not a live service game or multiplayer or whatever, it's single player, those two things, I'm going to play this game and give it a shot. As of right now, I'm not that excited. It didn't really speak to me. I didn't really like the aesthetic. I mean, the game looks phenomenal, and they did show like 3 seconds of gameplay when she's on the planet and then she runs and like jumps off that rock and then is gonna attack that robot. I mean, that was gameplay, and it was all in engine. Jeff did confirm that. And yeah, I mean, I can't believe I'm not super excited for Naughty Dog's new IP. I knew it was going to be sci-fi, and it had to be something completely different than Uncharted and The Last of Us, obviously. But as of right now, I'm not that excited. But it's Naughty Dog. They've never let me down before. They always have amazing gameplay and amazing stories. And I know at the very least, graphically, animation, voice acting, that's all going to be top notch. And the gameplay is probably going to be incredible. But the one thing I'm kind of worried about is the story. And no, that's not because of Neil Druckmann. I actually love Neil Druckmann. You know, I think Part 2 is the greatest story ever told in video games. I don't want to keep going over and over, repeating myself, but as of right now, when it comes to Naughty Dog's new IP, not that excited, but because it's Naughty Dog and they've never let me down before, I will give this game a chance, and I just need to see like a story trailer or some gameplay. But what do you guys think down below? Let me know your thoughts on Naughty Dog's new IP and the fact that it is a space sci-fi game. Let me know your thoughts. Do you think the trailer was good? Are you excited? Are you happy that Neil is going to be directing it? Or do you think it should have been someone else directing it? Now, moving on to the next topic in the video. This is coming from PlayStation Universe, and this is actually about Black Myth Wukong getting a PS5 Pro update. So the headline says, Black Myth Wukong PS5 Pro update is coming December 4th, which was yesterday. Full patch notes released. Game Science has announced that PS5 Pro support is coming to Black Myth Wukong on December 14th via a new update for the award-winning adventurer. Like many games that take advantage of Sony's new console, Black Myth Wukong will utilize PlayStation Spectral Super Resolution, offering a high-definition visual experience via quality or balanced mode. In addition, the game will also add 120Hz output. So yeah, this is a game that unfortunately haven't got a chance to play it yet. It's going to have to be sometime next year. Well, hopefully, with all the games coming out next year. I have heard great things about this game. One of the big downsides I have heard from a lot of people is that this is one of those games that really could utilize and really needs a PS5 Pro update. And yeah, I mean, I'm a little late to this topic, but the PS5 Pro update released yesterday for this game. Now, for those of you who are playing the PS5 Pro version, feel free down in the comment section, let me know how it runs. How much better is it from the base PS5 version? Hopefully it's not worse. And yeah, I thought I would just give you guys an update that Black Myth Wukong officially has a PS5 Pro update. Now moving on to the final topic in the video, and that has to do with Turok Origins. Reading from PlayStation Universe, the headline reads, third-person dino shooter Turok Origins coming to PS5 from Saber Interactive. Legendary dinosaur blasting franchise Turok is making a comeback with an all-new entry from Saber Interactive in collaboration with Universal's products and experiences, with Turok Origins coming to PS5, PC, and Xbox Series X and S at an undisclosed date. Turok Origins sees players battling for the survival of the human race against bloodthirsty dinosaurs and a new and terrifying alien threat. Whether you're teaming up with friends or going solo, Turok Origins will see you fighting off a wide variety of enemy types and hulking bosses on foot, the sky, swamps, caves, and more as your skills are pushed to the limit. So yeah, guys, I did not think I would be talking about this. I believe it was on the PlayStation 2 was when I played Turok. And the only thing I remember about Turok is that I don't even know if it has a story or anything. I just remember being in a forest, being completely lost, and just killing dinosaurs. So when I saw that they were making a new Turok game, I was like, oh. Now, I wasn't really sold on it because I was like, where's the gameplay? And then at the end of the trailer, they show gameplay. And if that's what the final game's going to look like and feel like, I am absolutely buying this game. The gameplay looks absolutely incredible. And I don't know about you guys, but running around in third person and killing dinosaurs and aliens sounds awesome. And so yeah, guys, I just thought I'd give you guys an update that there is a new Turok game in development. Now, we don't know when it's coming out. I mean, with our luck, it'll be another game coming out next year. But yeah, I thought the trailer looked really good, especially that gameplay. And yeah, down below, let me know your thoughts on the new trailer for Turok Origins. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed it or found it informative, drop it a like and consider subscribing if you haven't already. Until next time, guys, take care.